Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Let's Play Wario World! You may be wondering what the heck I'm doing back in Mirror Mansion. I just completed in the previous episode. Well, not exactly complete, because take a look. Yes, before recording this episode, I took a look at the pause menu and looked at my stats for every level just to make sure I'm complete so far. And I've come to realize I actually missed a sub-level, an entire sub-level in Mirror Mansion. And not only that, but I'm also missing a Spryling, but I'm actually kind of hoping that the Spryling will be inside the sub-level, which is pretty good. It's a pretty safe bet, considering that most of them were in sub-levels. But anyways, so, where this mysterious sub-level is that I missed, it's over here where these disappearing enemies are. And it actually doesn't surprise me in the slightest that I missed this, because I was talking about that whole live streaming thing, and you know, all these ideas people were giving me on my, well actually, that one idea that people were giving me in the comments. But anyways, for this sub-level, what you do is you simply have to hit the switches by doing so. You just have to master this, this dashing attack. And I think that, yeah, you just do it in a certain order, and as you hit the switches, and another one comes down, and you only have to hit 3 of them, so it's not that big of a deal. But I think if you miss any of the jumps, and you'll fall down, but there's a glue globe down here to get you back up there, so it's not, not all hope is lost if this happens. And there we go, last Spriteling. You might find areas that appear to be dead ends up ahead, but just search around. You may not be able to see the way out at first, but there should be hints reflected in the mirrors. That's kind of no use to us, considering we just completed this level yesterday, or at least we fought the boss. We somewhat completed. We didn't get everything though, and that'd be nice if I could actually get this diamond. But here we go. There we go. Now Mirror Mansion is fully complete. As soon as I get this freaking diamond, why am I struggling so much? Dude, come on, just get there we go, God. Alright, meet you guys back outside the entrance to Pecan Sands. Okay, now we're ready to move on to the final level of the game, which is Pecan Sands. And it definitely doesn't disappoint as a final level. It's definitely really, really toughy. So, let's get into this. Here's our first treasure panel here. This is the red one, so let's be on the lookout for the red treasure button here. And actually, I don't know when we're gonna see it, but still, just be on the lookout for it. That's the point. Here's the yellow switch right here, so we'll take care of this. Okay, so as you can probably suspect, all the enemies are gonna be mummies. So was that really any surprise? Honestly, is it? Well, this guy's probably surprised, but we can deal with him easily. We've been dealing with this guy for a long time now, so it should be pretty obvious what to do. It's just the same as always. We're going to be encountering 2 of these guys, and actually the second one is not too far from here. In fact, we'll actually probably be seeing him within the next couple minutes, so yeah, they really just want to get these guys out of the way, I suppose, which is a good thing, because we're kind of sick and tired of these guys. We've been dealing with these guys almost the entire game, like ever since the second level, so let's get rid of these guys for good. Well, I don't really care about this guy. I just want him gone. Okay, so these enemies right here, the only way you can deal with them is by hitting them on their heads, which is right between their eyes and their tails. So, yeah, these enemies they're just basically just annoying. And here's another. Oh, this is the gold switch. Okay, well, that kind of looks really similar to the yellow one. All right, let's get this treasure box over here just to get this over with. I mean, not to get over with. I mean, This is the final level of the game, so it should be, kind of, sparing whatever's left of the game, because we did get a lot of enjoyment out of this game, but, to be honest, this LP probably lasted longer than it should have, as far as, actual real life time, but, in all honesty, it was a pretty short game, so, but let's not, go into the full details of my feelings on this game until we actually finish the game, which is, this has got quite a ways to go. And there's the second one right there. Okay. Alright, so this one's last time we'll ever be finding this guy, but who cares? Let's just take care of his/her kids. I keep calling it a he, but for some reason I always thought it was a woman for whatever reason. I really, really think that this robot's a woman. I really think that. But really, robots don't really have genders. At least not yet. Not really yet. Well, maybe there are. I don't know. What do I know about robots? Okay, I'm pretty, as far as, knowing stuff, I'm not really, that far, so I apologize about that. And let's actually, okay, there we go. I really thought I was going to have to stun her again because that would have been extremely annoying. Okay. Away with you, enemies, okay? We're done with you. No more of you for the rest of the game. Alright. Okay, now here's our sub-level. These are what make this level so hard, is these sub-levels. And a lot of the times, whenever you have a sub-level in this level, it's going to be really, really tough to figure out, especially on your own. But once you do figure them out, you're going to probably think to yourself, how the hell did I not think to do that? Or something along those lines. The stone cold statue in front of the ladder is made up of 3 blocks that contain its eyes, nose, mouth, and a weak spot. To destroy it, strike its weak spot. No, why didn't I think of that? And topple all of its blocks. Crash down it goes. Jeez, really, why would you not, who would not think to attack the weak spot? That makes no sense. Jeez, okay. Well, anyways, let's, continue using these blocks, I suppose. I mean, they're there for a reason, so we can get up here and get the red diamond, and there we go. There's our first sub-level taken care of. I'm not really sure what's above here, because I could have swore I just saw something in front of the camera. Oh, well. I'm probably hallucinating. Oh, wait, no, I wasn't. Well, there was nothing up there anyway, so it doesn't matter. I think that's actually in every single sub-level. There's always a platform at the very top there, and it's just kind of a tease, I guess, because you can't really, in most cases, you can't really get to it, and if you can, then the only thing up there is coins, so you never have to worry about, being forced to get up there. If you're trying to get 100%, that is. So we need to get back over there, because I just had to drop down just to get that first treasure, so that was kind of annoying. But whatever, it's worth it. It's worth it. Whatever to lengthen time we have left to enjoy this game, that'd be fine. Okay, so remember those magnet enemies way back in Beanstalk? Yeah, Beanstalk Way? This is what I meant that we'll be seeing these enemies again, is at the very end of the game. These guys are just like them, except you're throwing them, except they're shovels, and you're throwing them at basically dirt walls. And also in this case, we have to use them to get down to trapdoor sub-level. God damn it. Aw, crap. Look at this. This is the most difficult and most annoying of all the Unithorn layers, which is a big surprise there. Ha ha. It's the final level of the game, so it should have been the easiest. Okay. Well, nonetheless, let's spend as less time as we can in here because I am not a big fan of showing these areas, regardless of how much of a perfectionist I am. I really don't want to show these areas. Jesus, that was a really close one. Okay, moving on. Let's get back up there. I'm just gonna cut anyways, because really, what was the point of that? No, crap. Okay, I forgot to mention. Watch out for those things. Like whenever you see something like this throughout this level, be careful because sand will actually eventually come out of there and it will actually kind of push you off to the side, just like that. So be careful. All right. At any rate, we're back up here, so I guess don't really need to cut anymore. But it'd be really nice if I don't have to. God, these guys are so annoying. They just come down randomly and they start attacking you, and you're trying to do something else. What the heck? And that guy had to get back up. Really? Just really? This makes me so annoying. Okay. Makes me so annoying? I don't know. Makes me annoyed, that's for sure. Okay, I think the real first Sprite is actually in this sub-level, but what the hell? It's not the first sub-level we've seen, so let's just actually get this. This one's really easy. You just have to press all the switches, no big deal. And it'll make this platform go up. Actually, okay. Press all the switches first except for this one. Then, what you want to do afterwards is just collect all these coins. I don't know if you guys want to see me collect all these coins, but you know what? I'm just going to cut anyways, because really, who needs to see me walking around Pyramid 3 times collecting all the coins? So, yeah, let's just cut. Let's just cut here, okay? What the heck? There's probably going to be a lot of cutting in this throughout this episode anyway, since I already started off, kind of late, so to speak. I'm not sure. Okay, so here's the red diamond up here, but we're not exactly done with this sub-level yet. So once you get the red diamond, jump down here back onto the pyramid that you just raised up, and then jump through this hole. Yes, we're going to commit suicide and end up getting a Spriteling on these very narrow platforms. Okay, here we go. The big scorpers are so annoying when they burrow into the sand. I hate those things. Use a ground pound move to force them out. I already explained these enemies, so it's not really a big deal. And thankfully, they do give you a springboard at the very beginning of the level. So, if you intend to die, then you can just leave right there. Alright, so Now we're getting somewhere with this sub-level. I mean, with this level, I suppose. I'd really hate it if this was a sub-level because, you know, an entire level is a sub-level. That would kind of suck. It really, really would suck because you'd be going all that way just to get one statue piece and one diamond. So it wouldn't be worth it. Okay, use the glue globes to get across there. These guys are a lot more, pretty much as dangerous as they're ever gonna get. Like every obstacle you've encountered up to this point in the game is gonna be as powerful as this. And hey, look at this! Look at this! This is literally the exact same boss we fought at the end of Greenhorn Ruins, and he has been reduced to a mid-boss in the final level of the game. How pathetic is that? Well, I don't know if it's pathetic or not, but yeah. It just goes to show they're just trying to make this level a lot more difficult by putting real bosses as mid-bosses. But really, it doesn't really work, because especially since this guy is practically the easiest boss in the entire game. I don't remember if he's exactly the same hits as last time, like you have to hit him the same amount of times as before. But nonetheless, we're just going to kill him for old time's sake, I suppose. But really, you'd think that they give you a lot of wards, but I don't think they will. I think it's just coins, that's all it is. Yep, that's all there is to it. Oh, by the way, up here, this sub-level is one that gave me a lot of trouble. And I mean a lot of trouble. When I say a lot of trouble, I mean that it took me several years to figure out this one. And this is all you have to do. Watch this. Watch how easy it is. Once you know what to do, this is how easy it is. Do this. Okay, so there's a pattern you have to follow in hitting these things. And if you don't get it right, then you have to restart the sub-level, because this diamond right here is currently inaccessible to you. I mean, well, it kind of is, but I'll explain. So, basically, if you follow this pattern, you'll make it so that each block that you hit will become closer and closer to the red diamond. And this one is as close as they can be. And so once you get to this point, now you're ready to jump up and grab the red diamond. But there are some other crazy ways you can do it that somehow I've used in the past, and that's how I may have passed this. But, okay, so, dang, should I show those, like, just for the heck of it? I don't know if I should. You know what, I'm just gonna do it anyways. Okay, so this is what I used to do in the past. When these blocks are in their original position, this is how I do it. I would literally try to use the dash move and actually do this. Do this. I would do that. But most of the time, you're not going to get it if you do that. Because, in fact, actually, if you do that, it's only going to be like a maybe 1 in 20 chance that you actually manage to, grab onto the ledge and get the diamond. I know I did a horrible job explaining that, but that's how I used to do in the past. I found all these ridiculous ways to get it when you're not supposed to do it, but somehow they worked, but only like 1 in 20 chance. And these things right here, whenever you see these things, just hit them, and a tornado will appear, and it will actually propel you higher up into the level. So it's kind of useful, but not exactly. Make sure you hit it from the side that you want to end up on, like this. There you go, because then you'll end up on that same exact side at the top of the tornado. And up here we got another sub-level. Really what I like to do when I'm going through this level is just look for all the sub-levels and take care of all of them first, because those are the most difficult parts of this level. Okay, so let's get this Spriteling first. I think all the Spritelings, no, not all of them, but most of them are in the sub-levels. It goes without saying that the laser used by the laser jigglefish is dangerous. No, really. I didn't think lasers are dangerous. I didn't learn anything from playing Crash Bandicoot Wrath of the Cortex. Try circling it, then dropping from above. Oh, geez. Obvious things about lasers are obvious, such as the fact that they're bad for you. Alright, that's a death trap right there. If you actually stay on that block long enough, you will get squashed. Not only will you get squashed there, but there's also a spike waiting for you up there. So, yeah. Just great. Talk about death traps in video games. Speaking of death traps, look at that huge spike. That's kind of intimidating. But not as intimidating as the red diamond, because actually that was, yeah. Okay, that's one of the cases where the coins are on top of that thing. I don't know how to get there, so I don't care. Alright, let's do this. Let's take this glue globe down. And, I'm still not good at maneuvering through this level. Like I said before, all I do is just go for the sub-levels first and then take care of everything else later. But what I'm going to try to do is just try to get everything on the way. That'll probably be the best thing to do. But I don't think that's really effective when going through this level because everything is just like really spread out. It's kind of random how you find stuff. Like there's a trapdoor sub-level right there. And if I'm not mistaken, that one is actually... Well, I wouldn't say the toughest necessarily, but it's the longest sub-level in the entire game. And you'll see why, like, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about once you see it. Like, once you see the sub-level that I'm talking about, you'll instantly know that that's the one I'm talking about. And so, let's see if this is the one. And if it is, I'm pretty sure it'll take me, like, at least 5 minutes just to get through it. Like, I'm not even kidding. Okay, no, this is not it. But this one is still very, very difficult. It's not as lengthy as the one I was just describing, but this one is still, it's definitely not fun. So you just have to stay on these platforms. At the same time, while they're rolling, you have to avoid the spike balls. So, yeah, it can be kind of fun. But wait till you see the end of this. Yes, you'll be on a moving platform that's going straight. That's not only twisting, but also moving horizontally. Yeah, this sub-level basically in a nutshell is a lot of fun. No, it's not. It's not fun. It's not fun at all. It's not. Okay, well, let's do that. No, not that. Not that. Anything but that. Let's actually move on. Okay. I'm doing okay so far. Doing okay, but I can't jinx it. Definitely can't jinx it. Okay, it'd be nice if we can actually get to the last one so we can actually move on to the very end of this sub-level. Okay, there we are. There we are. There we're not. No, no, no. Oh my god, really? Okay, I gotta stop repeating words because that's getting annoying. Okay, let's try this again. Trying this again. Okay. So far, so good. Can't really complain about getting this far. I really cannot. But I can complain about the spike balls. Definitely can. Okay, okay, okay. Whoa, whoa, whoa. What the heck are we doing? That was kind of weird. Somehow I managed to survive that. Not sure how. Oh god, this is not fun. This is not fun. I do not like things that spin this fast. And what the heck? What the heck? My capture card just froze there for a sec. That's not good. Oh boy. Okay, this sub-level is impossible if you're having a capture card that's kind of being faulty. Or, like, not necessarily faulty. Like, it works, but it's still, like, it's not... Like, it keeps on freezing. That's not a good thing. Are we really gonna make this into a montage? I was hoping this would not take me as long as it does to get the longest sub-level in the game. Crap! Shite! For the love of Lord, woo, fack. How many attempts has this been? Okay, that is unfair. That was... I don't even know what that was. That was something. And that was another thing. Well, hey, this looks promising. I mean, I made it all the way here. I just practically, like, jumped through all this, and I just made here just fine. This is promising. This is indeed a promising take. Indeed. Very promising take. I'm like where this is going. I like it very much. Because I'm actually getting some... What the heck was Wario doing? Oh, that stupid Z button. I was holding the Z button while I was doing that. That is the worst time to do that. Worst time possible. No! 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 God damn it! I knew that was gonna happen! Wow, I'm starting to sound like a troll or something. Dude! Dude! You ain't gonna earn money that way! Okay. This has been way too long. It has literally been 30 minutes. I've been sitting here for half an hour doing this crap. Why am I taking so many attempts just to do one simple sub-level? This is not that difficult. This is nothing compared to most of the other sub-levels in this entire level. What the heck? Why did this take me so many attempts? Why did it? I mean, seriously, I can't stop asking a question. Like, how? How can someone suck this much at this simple sub-level? I mean, this is nothing compared to, like, what we're going to be dealing with later in this level. I swear by my life. In fact, speaking of dying, let's actually use some garlic. Use this garlic dispenser here. And you know what? We're gonna end off the episode here because this is taking way too long. Much longer than I have time for recording. So we're going to end things off here, okay? So next time on Let's Play Wario World, we are hopefully going to finish off this level and maybe take on the boss. Maybe. I don't know if we'll be able to do it in the same episode, but who knows, okay? See you guys later. Thanks for watching. Bye.